All right. Hello, everybody. This is Zoe Dune. Welcome to my first. Well, not first. I did some vlogs in the past, but that's years ago. I don't know what number this one is. This one is me getting ready to go see Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'm going to a 2:30 showing, and I'm spent the morning catching up on previous installments just to freshen up. In watching, I hadn't actually seen the first Avatar for a long time, for years, and then watching it again, a lot of people seem to claim that they notice how dated the effects are. I didn't see that at all. So anyway, getting on the train, gonna go meet my dad at North Park Mall at the AMC there. This is my favorite part of the train ride, going over the Trinity River. Here you see downtown Dallas, and these are some of the better shots that I got that day because I was able to aim the camera down. Those are areas that I want to hike through or walk through. The woods and stuff. But the rest of the video is going to be a bit problematic because at the point when I got to the mall, I ended up having the camera was pointing upwards and wasn't even level. At this part of the train ride, I'm using the app for my camera so that I can see or make sure that I'm able to see properly. But for some reason, the app wasn't working right, so I couldn't. I figured I'd chance it and just get the footage. Reason it's been so long since I've posted something is because I procrastinate too much, and this is just another form of procrastination. But I got the footage, and I was just going to upload it and go for it, see what I can salvage here. In any case, I like this part of Dallas. It's kind of old Dallas. There's some artists that live here, little bars and restaurants, and just everywhere I'll be today here has a lot of that. So sometime in the future, I'd be going out and catching more footage of me going to those places and stuff. So anyway, here we are in downtown, going by Thanksgiving Center. And the reason why the camera wasn't adjusted properly is also because I kept taking the camera off and putting it back on. And without having, because I had some headphones that I was wearing listening to a podcast. So that was another part of the problem here. But again, I don't want to have done all of this and not upload it. So this is what we got. Any case, the thing about the Avatar movies that I want to point out is the first one. Most of the stuff I heard is people hated it. A lot of people that I know hated it, or a lot of critics or the film influencers or whatever you want to call them. I guess influencers hated it. Here I'm getting off the platform here to go to the show. I like this little walk here because there's again restaurants and stuff, and right over the highway on the other side of the bridge is the mall. So a lot of other little cafes and stuff around here, and I just like the ambiance. I just like the surroundings, But anyway, one of the problems that they have, that people claim to have, the main one, is the whole unobtainium reference used in the. This is me putting the camera back on, by the way. The unobtainium reference, which, if you think about it, it makes sense because in the science industry, a lot of times they have placeholder names for things that they're going to officially rename later. So unobtainium, basically a mineral you cannot obtain unless you're traveling to another planet, makes sense to me. Sure, it's stupid. But don't get so mad about it, because if you don't know that that's what that industry does, then you're a fucking idiot. And that's officially what you are called. All right, here we are going through Macy's. I guess a good thing about this camera angle, at least what's salvageable, is the stuff that's hanging from the ceiling and this and that. But I won't be able to really point out much of what's on the surface here, which is, I guess, for the best, because this helps to keep me from having to pixel out faces. So I think I was adjusting it here again. Let's see. The here's where Santa. I was trying to get a shot of Santa, but again, I can't get anything good on this angle. I'm gonna try to go there again before Christmas, so I can get better footage of this mall. There's a very busy mall all the time. I mean, not this busy, but you see a lot of video footage of malls that are dying or are dead, and you hardly see footage of a mall like this, like it used to be. And this mall's always been, it's more like a luxury mall. You'll see brands up there that are, pretty expensive coming up down the ways. And this is actually pretty much in a rich area, so a lot of people come here to spend their riches. Anyway, so on the way to go see Avatar: Fire and Ash, saw the last one. The first one, I'm pretty sure, I did see it in the theater. I didn't see it in 3D though. I'm sure they offered it, but I didn't see it that way. And the last one, The Way of Water, I saw that one in 3D, and that just blew my mind, because I don't think I've ever seen anything in 3D on the big screen. I know what 3D looks like, but I've never seen a movie entirely in 3D. Yeah, so I think I saw that one twice in the theater. I quite enjoyed it. They didn't come back to the unobtainium thing, but they had a different mineral that they were coming after, or a different substance they were coming after at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to try to make it back down here before Christmas. I think about actually, we got this angle here looking up at the ceiling. It's not so interesting, but I kind of like the design that they did for it here. Da Vinci. Oh yeah, coming up, these guys. So I used to come to this when I was a kid. My family would come to this mall a lot. We'd come to this mall, and I do remember coming here during the holidays, and it was pretty much like this, no doubt. And right up ahead, you'll see these Hammer guys. These Hammer guys have always been the signature to this mall. And I keep thinking the name Herman Miller as the sculptor for these, but I'm not looking it up, but I'm pretty sure there's this piano player that was here that I just couldn't. I thought I was getting a good shot of him, but no. But anyway, these these worksmiths have always been either outside the mall before, or they've always been in here. But I do remember them from when I was a kid. Also, my dad would come to, because he had an account for one of the stores, and my dad would, out in front, out in the area like this, in front of the store, there would be these, they have these potted plant things that look like volcanoes erupting from the floor, made out of brick, smooth brick. And what we would do, my sister and I and other kids would do this, is we would just run up against them and then slide ourselves down. Here's a good reason for the angled up shot is that Santa's sleigh up there. So yeah, there we go. So anyway, I don't come to this mall. I mean, like I said, I used to come here a lot. I like the energy here. I like everything about it. And as I'm coming up, because I don't know where the theater is. I know it's in here somewhere, but I don't remember by memory where it is. So I come up here to look at this map, and there's these people in front of me, and I can't really figure out. Well, at some point I figure out it's further down, so I don't need the map anymore. I just figure I keep on walking, and I'll find it. There'll be some sign that points out where it is. I guess I still have time, so we already got our tickets and everything, so forward, onward. One of the things I'll do, I guess, I'll do a series for North Park to come in and check out each and every one of these stores in the future. And we can share that experience because I want to really get to know this mall. I have a bad habit of not being able to decide which step I'm going to get on a moving escalator. So I was too close to this guy here in front of me and was just like, just hold on till we get to the top and you're good. Oh yeah, at this point I know the theater's on the second floor, so one of the movies I saw here, I think last time I saw Dune Chapter 2. Before that, I'd seen, off memory, what else had I seen here? I think last thing I remember is Drag Me to Hell. That was way back. I'm sure I saw something else after and before that. Oh yeah, I know what I saw. Well, let's see. I saw the Three Stooges movie, and I think I saw The Northman here on a private screening. They do a lot of private screenings here, so there's a pretty good theater. Yeah. Oh yeah, this girl here. So as I was walking by, I said,
You have a wonderful smile. I just want to compliment you.
because what had happened is as I was walking by the first time, I'm just looking into the stores as I'm going by, hoping that I'm getting everything on camera, and and then we lock eyes because she's a greeter and it's just like looking, who's coming in and this and that. So we lock eyes and normally just pull away and keep looking at other things. But we just didn't. We just kept looking at each other, and she was like smiling. So I went over and complimented her, and everybody's feeling good. Everybody's having a good time here, and as a mall should be, Yeah, when it gets like it's like congested like this, it's kind of annoying, but kind of have to dance your way through it. People walking too slow, people are blocking the way, and you kind of maneuver your way through these things. Now down here where the orange red sculpture is, they're doing a performance thing downstairs, and I talked to my dad before, and he said that they'd gotten there earlier and were watching the Nutcracker, and I wish I'd have seen that. Which right now reminds me that I saw a Christmas movie that I hadn't seen before. It came out last year by David Gordon Green, who did the last 3 Halloween movies and Exorcist Believer. He's from Garland, which is nearby here, so he's a local. He's got a movie called The Nutcrackers, which I thought was really good. And it's got some kids performing the Nutcracker, or their version of it. And this kind of reminds me of maybe that's what my dad saw. Something like that. This is just lame, though. Look at that. They're having fun. Who am I to burn that down? All right, finally found the theater. There we go. And then here's my pops. You'll see him up on the left side with the hat. I told him that night, I was like, when did my dad turn into fucking Norman Lear? And of course that brought up the discussion about Rob Reiner. Rest in peace, Rob. All right, movie done. We're heading out. All right, guys, that's it. Catch you on the next one. Zoe out.